I've been thinking about the state of Britain this morning, and I think we should have state-run media following the Leveson report. Let's have government decide what is and what isn't newsworthy. This will allow more corruption, more cheating by governments, and politicians can abuse kids and get away with it. These stories can then just be buried. Wouldn't that be great, Gordon Brown? Because we are asleep at the wheel, this is what we're gonna get. Let's have more money given to the banks for free. Surely £400 billion in quantitative easing, free money to the banks, isn't enough. I want to give the banks everything. After all, they wear suits and they've got Brill cream in their hair. Let's make sure that while we cut entitlements to the rest of the population, we ensure that bankers get record bonuses for their remarkable gambling losses. After all, we wouldn't want to lose that fantastic banking talent, would we? The banking talent that caused the global financial collapse. We wouldn't want that talent to go abroad now, would we? Let's make sure we give billions more to banks who are supposedly lending it to small businesses. And when we find out that they're in fact not lending it to small businesses and just hoarding it for record bonuses, let's all keep quiet and let's not say a word. Let's make sure we give the banks billions in tax cuts. Having given them billions to save them, let's make sure that we quickly forget that all the major banks are culprit in the LIBOR scandal that's cost everybody in the UK. Let's also forget that major banks have been caught laundering drug money and no one gets in trouble, but if your child gets caught with their product, they go to prison. Let's have millionaires who haven't done a day's work in their lives, who obviously couldn't give a shit about you or I. Let's have them tell us that we're all in this together. Let's have the government spy on all our emails, texts, phone calls in the name of making us safe from Al-Qaeda, despite the fact that we're arming Al-Qaeda in Syria and we helped to put them in power in Libya. If you bother to look at the 7/7 bombings, you would have been forgiven for thinking that retired police officer Peter Powell is actually the new Osama bin Laden and he runs Al-Qaeda. Let's demonise any political party that might be making headway. Let's make sure they don't upset the three-party or two-party state. Let's keep that cartel going. Let's not allow ourselves to be governed by ourselves. Let's hand over even more power to the EU. After all, a low-grade looking bank clerk from Belgium, surely he knows what's best for us in Britain, surely. Let's embrace the fact that 83% of our laws are now dictated to us by unelected bureaucrats out of the EU. They know what's best for us. That's why we can't ever hold them to account. We can't amend their laws. We can't vote for or against them. Let's make sure that a third of perfectly edible fruit and vegetables gets thrown away before even making it to the shops because it looks so ugly. Let's make sure this happens. Let's increase it. And don't tell the starving people of the world this because, you've got to eat carrots that are 100% straight. Come on, who wouldn't eat a straight carrot? Take a step back. Have a look at the life in the UK at the moment. It is shit and it is unjust. You think you live in a free country? What a joke. Look in the mirror. The only person that can stop us competing with North Korea for the title of the most draconian country on the planet is you. We need a revolution, and it's not a revolution of violence, it's a revolution of the heart. We need to start fighting unjust causes. We need to say no to authority. Just because the authorities have got some stupid law somewhere doesn't mean it's just, doesn't mean it's right. And until people wake up, we are going to wake up and realise that our freedom is completely and utterly gone. The choice is yours.